Welcome to History of Cartography. Cartography is both an art and a science. Cartography as a field of research is less than a century old, but as a field of practice is older than recorded history. We'll look at a sample of maps through the ages and see how art and science intertwine, sometimes one more dominant than the other. Maps are always a reflection of the world at the time they are made, but early maps were often even more susceptible to cultural, economic, and religious attitudes. Early maps tended to be figurative, mapping relative locations of game for hunting or our place among the stars. Some served as reference maps, placing these things in more accurate proximity or mapping out homes in villages. As we developed a more solid understanding of the world, maps began to serve specific purposes such as navigation. Later still, social and political factors often dictated the accuracy of the map. Advances in science and technology rapidly advanced the making of maps, both in the way we collect data and how we make the maps themselves. Today, we have a very diverse range of map types, the result of many millennia of changes in technology, philosophy, and the art and science of cartography. In the next several videos, we'll look at key phases in cartography. The prehistoric period is considered to be maps made before 3000 BC. Few of these have survived to the present day, although archaeologists still occasionally find a new specimen, like the recent discovery in Spain that we'll see. The ancient period covers from 3000 BC to about 400 AD, and many extant maps of this period are connected to empires with lasting legacies, such as the Babylonians, Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, and Chinese. We'll then move into the medieval period, which in Europe is often called the church maps phase, due to the control of the church over the development of teaching of science, including cartography. We'll then move into the medieval period, which in Europe is often called the church maps phase, due to the control of the church over the development and teaching of science, including cartography. We'll also look at what a few other parts of the world were doing at this time for comparison. This period lasts from about 400 to 1450 AD, and with a few odd exceptions, saw very little advancement in accuracy or realism from European cartographers. At the end of this dark period, a number of other global events coincided to push Europe into the Age of Discovery, lasting from 1450 well into the 1800s. This explosion of seagoing nations brought a huge demand for accurate, realistic maps, and also new data about faraway lands, and cartographers produced a tremendous volume of maps and atlases. We're now in what we call the Information Age, beginning with some significant changes during the late 19th century through today. Throughout history, a map's audience has always dictated its form, and we'll see evidence of that as we delve into the history of the art and science. At the end of this unit, you will create and upload your first map, and we'll see what aspects influence your spatial awareness.